Hi, Pisces. This is Genevieve for Belladonna Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing great. I'm running a little bit behind because it's September 7th, 2020. And this is a reading for September 7th, 2020 through September 13th, 2020. So I'm kind of a day late. Hopefully, not a dollar short, though. So, anyway, I have had a great week. I went to St. Francisville, Louisiana. And then I went to Jefferson, Texas, both cute little towns. I had a great time, ran into some ghosts, the normal week that I have. I also went out on the swamp and took a boat ride, and I just had a great time. So, um, and I love Louisiana. I also kind of like Texas. That's really weird because, growing up, I'm from Fayetteville, Arkansas, and the Razorback game against Texas was a big deal. But apparently not so much anymore now that that's not a big deal to me. The other day when I was in St. Francisville, as you know, at the Myrtles, I opened the Fiona Horn Oracle of You Oracle deck. And it's a beautiful deck, and I'm actually in love with it right now. So I pulled a card for y'all. The card I pulled is Avenant. It says, make peace with your past. This card talks about making peace with your past, and that can be as simple as forgiving yourself. It can also be recognizing where you come from and being okay with that. We have all made mistakes, every single one of us. Well, I don't know. I do feel kind of perfect sometimes. Haha, I'm teasing. No, I still am sad that I was mean to my grandpa back in 1965. I am sad that I was mean to my mom sometimes. I wish I hadn't yelled at my kids so much. But those are all things that are in my past and I cannot change. That's the key. You can't change them. So to dwell on them and to allow that guilt and that angst to run your life will not allow you to move forward. And it's time to move forward. The next card thing I did was I pulled a card from the Cheryl Richardson Self-Care deck. What's interesting about this deck is I bought this deck at a thrift store on the Big Island of Hawaii. Yes, went to a thrift store on Hawaii. I'm not a thrift store girl anytime, but my kids love it, my girl kids. So Sarah and her friend Sydney were with me on the Big Island, and they saw a thrift store and they had to go in. I swear those girls can sniff out a thrift store anywhere in the world. So we went to the thrift store, and they, of course, were making these big scores. I, on the other hand, weren't doing quite so much. And then I found these cards. So I bought them because, I didn't want to be the only one without something. And then I promptly came home, put them on my shelf, and forgot about them. I came across them a couple months ago, and I really like them. And I really feel like I wish I had opened them a long time ago. So the card I get for y'all is Passion. And this card says, it's time to resurrect a childhood dream and let your passions take flight. So I don't know what your dreams were, of course, but I have a lot of them. I wanted to grow up and be a writer. And right now I'm writing a book on tarot, and I'm thinking about writing a novel. I had started a novel, but it just really wasn't my novel. I need to come up with something that's for me. And that's the problem. Sometimes you want to write a story that's not yours. So on the tarot reading, the first card we get is the Ace of Cups. And this is the time you're starting a new project. It's got some communication, some creativity, some dreaming. but you've got everything you need to make that happen. See, there's 4 streams coming out, and actually there's 5. And so those streams could be earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, which means you have everything at your disposal that you need to make this dream come true. The next card I get for y'all is the 2 of Cups. This tells me that your dream is going to require a second party because there's 2 people involved in this. You're not going to be able to achieve your dream 100% by yourself. So you're not going to be an island in this case. If you're like me, that's tough. When I was in college and we had to do class projects together, because it was really hard for me to trust that someone else would do as good a job as I did. But you have to learn to trust and to trust people to do what they said they'll do. And finally, you get the Hermit. And the Hermit is about self-reflection but also letting your light illuminate your world. So once you do your self-reflection, you're going to have that knowledge to illuminate your world and to illuminate the path. So you need to spend some time with yourself this week and forgive yourself. But then let your light shine. So Pisces, this is Genevieve with Belladonna Moonbeams. If you want to do a private reading, it's 405-512-9400. Send me a text or send me a private message at Belladonna Moonbeams on Facebook. And if not, I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.